Welcome to Yoga Foundations, where we will put some extra attention into the poses and their explanations. So if you're new to yoga, feel free to join this one. It's highly recommended to start here. We're starting on hands and knees, and the first pose that we'll get into is the child's pose. The feet together, the knees a bit wider, around mat wide apart, then push your hips backwards. Walk your hands forwards and place your forehead on the mat. This class will start with some deep breathing through the nose. So start your breath and try to hear your breath for yourself. Use your breath as an anchor to return back to during this class. When any thoughts arise, say hello and let them pass. Alright, push yourself back up onto all fours again, and let's get into a cross-legged position. If cross-legged doesn't work for you, stretching out your legs in front of you is totally fine. Hands next to yourself on the ground, on the mat. On an inhale, take both your hands up. Exhale, back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. The next inhale, up, and on the exhale twist to your right, pressing the back of your left hand against your right knee. On the next inhale, take both hands back up, and exhale, twist to your left, pressing your right hand against your knee. On the next inhale, hands back up, and exhale, hands come back down. We'll do this again. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, twist to your right. On the inhale, up, and on the exhale, try to get a bit further into the twist. Inhale, hands back up, and exhale, twist to your left. Breathe. Inhale, hands up, and exhale, hands come back down. Let's do this one more time. On the inhale, take both your hands up, and on the exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, get further into that twist. Inhale, hands up, and exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, stretch up, and exhale, get a bit further into that twist. Inhale, both hands back up, and exhale, hands come back down. Alright, from here we're getting into yogi squat. So we're standing up, the feet a bit further than hip wide apart, toes looking out, hands in front of your chest, and then we come down. You can either place your elbows on top of your knees, or if you're a bit further into your practice, press the elbows on the insides of your knees. Either way, wherever you are, take your chest up and gaze down and in front of you. If you want to, you can make some slight movements from left to right. Breathing through your nose still. On the next inhale, we come back up, and then we step to the front of the mat, going into the sun salutation. Hands alongside your body. Stand up straight, knees slightly in, and on the inhale, take both your hands up, look into your thumbs. On the exhale, bend forwards, place your hands on the mat or on your shins, or grab your ankles. Wherever you are, on the next inhale, halfway lift, look up, and on the exhale, place your hands back on the mat, step back into plank, and stay here while I'll show the options. The first one is knees, chest and chin, And the second option is that you stay into plank if you can maintain a straight line and just bend through your elbows. So pick your option. I'll go with option 1, so I place my knees on the mat, then my chest and then my chin. Then straighten out your legs. On the next inhale, press yourself up into a cobra pose. And on the exhale, come back down and press yourself back into the first downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is an inverse V shape. Keep your fingers spread wide on the mat. Press your hips up towards the sky. And keep your feet about hip width apart. You can start by pedaling out the feet. So one heel towards the mat and then the other. Gaze between your legs and breathe. Then from here, bend your knees slightly and step or walk between your hands. Halfway lift on the inhale and exhale, bend towards the mat. On the next inhale, take both your hands up and exhale, hands come next to your body. And we'll do a second one. On the inhale, take your hands up and exhale, place your hands wherever you can get them, bend forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back into your plank and go for your variation. I'll go for option 2 now. Inhale, push yourself up into a cobra, and exhale, press yourself back into downward facing dog. Breathe. Move your chest bone towards your upper legs to get into that V shape. Alright, and then bend your knees, step or walk between the hands, look up. Exhale, bend forwards. On the inhale, take both hands up. And on the exhale, hands come back down. We'll do this one more time. On the inhale, hands up. Exhale, bend forwards. Place your hands on the mat or wherever you can reach. On the inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back to plank, come down. On the inhale, cobra pose. And on the exhale, downward facing dog. Maintain steady breath through your nose. Bend your knees, step or walk between the hands, look up. Exhale, bend forwards. On the inhale, arms all the way up, look into your hands, and exhale, arms come down. Alright. We step our feet about hip wide apart, take the hands on your hips. On the inhale, chest up, and on the exhale, hinge from your hips forwards. Placing your hands on your shins or your ankles, or grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, look up, and then on the exhale, get into the pose. Padangusthasana. Breathe through your nose and take your elbows out towards the side. With the forward fold, you can keep your knees bent a little bit. On the inhale, look up, and on the exhale, now step on the palms of your hands. Look up, inhale, and on the exhale, get back into the pose. So as I said, you can keep your knees bent a little bit. or as much as you need. Breathing through the nose. On the inhale, look up. On the exhale, hands back on your hips. On the next inhale, come all the way back up. And on the exhale, feet together. Alright, then from here we step our right foot out to the other side of the mat. Turn your right foot towards your right and turn your left foot in a little bit. On the inhale, spread your arms out, and on the exhale, hinge over your right side forwards and grab your shin, your ankle, or again your big toe with your peace fingers. You can keep your left hand on your hips, and if you want to, you can stretch out your left hand towards the ceiling and gaze over your left hand up. But keeping your hand on your hip is perfectly fine. Try to straighten the legs and breathe. On the next inhale, come back up and then twist the feet over towards the other side. Inhale, stretch your arms out towards the sides, and exhale, hinge to the left over your hip and grab wherever you can reach. Again, you can keep your right hand on your hips, or take it up towards the sky and gaze up over your right hand. Breathe. On the next inhale, come back up, stretch out your arms to the side, and on the exhale, step back to the front of the mat. Now we step out again, a bigger step, about 4 feet. Make sure that you turn your toes a bit inwards, take your hands on your hips, and on the inhale, straighten up your chest, and on the exhale, bend forwards, placing your hands between your legs or wherever you can reach. On the inhale, look up, and on the exhale, bend your crown towards the mat. Breathe. Make sure you stay stable. On the next inhale, look up. Exhale there, hands on your hips. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale. For the second one, inhale, straighten out your arms to the sides. Exhale, hands on your hips. Elbows looking backwards. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, bend forwards with your elbows looking towards the ceiling. Try to move them closer together and breathe. Again, make sure that your toes are moving inwards. On the next inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale there. Inhale, take your arms out towards the sides. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Inhale, chest up. And exhale, bend forwards, taking your arms over your head. Breathing here. On the next inhale, come all the way back up. And then we step back to the front of the mat. All right. We're going to the warriors. Inhale, take both your hands up. And exhale, bend forwards, place your hands wherever you can reach. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step back to plank. Come down in your way. So for your knees or in the whole plank. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, press yourself back into down dog. From here, we step our right foot between our hands. Your left foot flat on the mat. And then on the inhale, take both your hands up to get into a warrior one pose. Keeping your trunk straight up and making sure that your right knee doesn't come over your right ankle. Gazing into your hands and breathe. Alright, now we straighten our right leg and then over our heels we roll to the left side. Now bending our left knee, taking our right foot flat on the mat and keeping the right leg straight. Keeping the shoulders low. And then from here we straighten out the arms to the sides, keeping our trunk in the middle. And this is Warrior 2. Making sure that we have the shoulders low on our back, so move them down. Then straighten the legs towards the side, roll over your heels to the other side. For Warrior 2 on the other side. Gaze over your right middle finger and breathe. We windmill our arms forwards, step back into a plank and come down. On the next inhale, push yourself up into Cobra, and on the exhale, press yourself back into Downward Dog. From Downward Dog, we bend our knees slightly and step the feet between the hands. On the inhale, look up, and exhale, bend forwards. Inhale, hands come all the way up, and exhale, hands come back down. All right. We do the yogi squat again. So, feet a bit wider than the hips, toes looking out, hands in front of your chest. And then we come down. Elbows on top of your knees again, or on the insides of your knees. And the reason that we do a second yogi squat is to observe. We observe if there is any difference between the first yogi squat that we did and this one. And without calling it good or bad, we just observe where we feel that difference, if we feel any. Alright, straight from yogi squat we get into the closing poses. So we sit cross-legged or legs in front of you. We take our hands on the mat. And then we do a little bit of a closing meditation. Take your thumbs and your pointers together. Place your underarms on your knees. Tuck your chin in slightly towards your chest. And close your eyes for a moment. Without changing your breath, try to observe how the air flows through your nostrils. And then from here, we lay down on our backs, take our knees towards the chest and take them over to the right side, gazing over your left hand, getting into a reclined twist. Take your knees back up towards the middle and now let them fall over to the left side, while you gaze over your right hand. Take your knees back up, give yourself one last squeeze, nose towards your knees. And then from here we go into Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out the mouth. This is just a little bit of time to do absolutely nothing. Give yourself a couple minutes to relax and to let the poses take full effect. You can let your feet fall out towards the sides and your hand palms gazing up towards the ceiling. You're very welcome to stay in this pose as long as you like. I'll let the music play for you while you are in Shavasana, but this is the official ending of this class. I thank you very much for joining me today. And stay tuned for more beginner classes that are to come. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for joining. Cheers.